Okay, here they come. Ruby and John, please meet Sammi.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you. I'm so happy to speak with you both.
Nice to be here. Thank you for having us.
I apologize. I'm having technical difficulties.
Oh, that's me every day, so I can totally relate. Great. So tell me about the Survivalist. It's amazing. I can't wait to hear your take on it, starting with John.
Well, I mean, for us, it's the Survivalist is a post-apocalyptic Western. The movie is about a former FBI agent, a rancher who is living in a world years after a COVID variant has destroyed civilization, taken down society. Cities are unsafe, and now the countryside is filled with marauders, and he's just trying to live his own life, stay safe and survive on his land when a woman shows up on his ranch. He was supposed to be immune to the virus, being chased by a bunch of marauders that want to kidnap her and populate the world with with immune people. And that's Ruby.
Yeah.
All right, take it, Ruby. Tell me about your character.
My character is thought to be immune to the virus, and her wonderful brother helps her escape, and she is just trying to survive. So she finds the survivalist, Mr. Jonathan Rhys Meyers, and all hell breaks loose.
And one of the things that we did with it, we wanted to set, we wanted to create a post-apocalyptic movie. And so we set it in the future as everything is kind of falling apart, but at the same time, we wanted it to be a Western. So when we were developing the script, we developed it with a lot of the old Western story points and the plots and the rancher and the woman who shows up and needs to be protected but doesn't need to be protected, and and have the good, have a lot of fun shootouts and stuff. So we wanted to make something, for me as a filmmaker, is regardless of the genre that I'm directing in, a character story is what's most important to me. And in this movie, we're dealing with family issues. Jonathan, the survivalist, is guilt-ridden over the death of his father and sort of unspoken and uncompleted promises to his father, and so he's dealing with guilt. Ruby's character, Sarah, is dealing with guilt about her brother and about family. So there's a lot of family issues and a lot of character story that's kind of purveying the whole story. It just happens to all be wrapped up in a big action movie with tons of gunfights and fighting.
And what would you say was the biggest challenge about playing this role, Ruby?
Staying safe and not hurt. Whenever I go into something, I always have a journal, and I'll create a whole backstory on my character, and that's where a lot of the secrets lie. And as John said, this has a lot to do with family. So I went to my brother for a lot of information, and we talked about a lot of stuff. And filming this during the time that we're in, in our world, that makes it really scary. So I think that the most difficult thing was just staying safe and remembering to do the best that we can in order to stay safe, all as a whole, the cast and the crew.
Incredible.
John made it very easy. John made it very easy to do this film.
We try to have fun. I mean, that's the big thing. I mean, obviously we were shooting this during COVID, and under all of the COVID protocols, and the producers that I worked with, we were like the third movie up and running during COVID, after everybody started returning to work. So we had already, by the time we made Survivalist, that was our fourth movie during COVID and such. And so, living in a bubble and keeping people safe, if you can keep people safe and everybody feel like they're going to be healthy and safe, that just makes everybody happy and much more productive. And then living in that bubble gives everybody, cast and crew, an opportunity to constantly be together. And then you surround yourself with just really good people that are, friendly, nice, professional. I mean, Ruby never stops laughing until she's supposed to be crying on camera, which is amazing. It's
Yeah, and by the way, John, you said that we tried to make it fun, but it was absolute total succeed. Like it was so much fun. I don't know what I tried to say there, but it was so much fun.
Love it. And John, what would you say was the biggest challenge for you other than doing this during COVID?
Honestly, it was the weather. The weather is what we had to deal with. We shot this in November and December last year. It was freezing. I mean, it was so cold. I mean, all of us were wearing 3 layers of clothes just to stay warm. Most of the movie takes place outside, and because it's set primarily on one day, we had to, whatever the first day of filming was, that was sort of what the continuity was going to be, which was sunny and beautiful, even though it was cold. And halfway through the shoot, we got 2 feet of snow. And so we had to, fortunately, we front loaded the movie with all of as many exterior scenes as we could. And then we had to sort of deal with what connective pieces do we have to shoot before the snow falls, and then what stuff do we shoot around, and what stuff do we move inside. And so the last, I don't know, week and a half of filming became this huge juggling game where literally, I mean, we were all together, so that kind of made it easy. And it's not like we had a bunch of actors coming in and out, but we were all basically together and literally okay, what are we shooting today? As we work.
We were so at the mercy of the weather.
It was crazy.
Where did you film this?
We shot it in Western New Jersey.
Oh, okay. I was wondering, you said it was so cold. I was like, where were you filming? I figured maybe New York or Vancouver or something.
Yeah, no, Western New Jersey. And it was, I think the first day of filming, I don't think Ruby, Ruby was there, but the first day of filming was an exterior, and I don't think any of us were truly prepared for how cold it was going to be. And apparently at some point, I was turning purple, and they were like, you have to go get in the car and you have to get warm. And fortunately, I had kept a bunch of warm clothes in the car and just kept layering until we figured out how much do we need to stay warm. It was crazy.
And what do you hope people like about this film? And this is for the both of you. I don't know, you should tell me.
Who doesn't love a great action film?
That's true. That's very true.
I mean, that's what I want people to at the end of the day, as storytellers, you want people just to enjoy the story and to feel like they've been entertained for an hour and a half. And I think that we've got enough drama and character story going on for people, characters that people can relate to, but then a whole lot of fun between, just the art design and the art direction of something that's post-apocalyptic and Western and shootouts and fights. And I think there's so many different things happening in the movie. And I think it's a really cohesive story. I mean, I've been doing this for 22 years. It's probably one of my favorite movies that I've ever made. I'm so happy with it, so proud of it. And it seems like everybody who watches it just is there's a story to be told, and there's some foreshadowing or some cautionary tale taking place. But at the end of the day, they're like, but it was hugely entertaining. I had a lot of fun just watching it. And that's what you hope for.
22 years. Did you start when you were 5?
I wish. I started when I was 29.
I never would have guessed.
Thank you.
Because he doesn't look a day over 21.
Exactly.
You're such a good actress. You're such a good actress.
I would card you if you came into a bar I was working in.
Damn right.
No, actually, I did when I was working selling beer. I did have to card everybody. So
Yep.
even old grandmas and stuff.
Card everybody. That way, you didn't miss anyone.
Exactly. So what's next for you two?
I have a film coming out called Fear next Valentine's Day, which I'm very excited about. It is terrifying.
And Ruby's got music coming out also.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I am releasing lots of new music onto my Spotify page. Please go check it out. Thank you, John.
You're welcome. And I just got finished filming a movie called Banshee, another action movie with Antonio Banderas, Jamie King, and Tommy Flanagan. So that'll come out probably next June or July.
Wonderful. Well, I'm going to have both of you on again to discuss these projects. And Ruby, you come from an acting dynasty. Are we going to see any collaborations with you and Dad?
Oh my gosh, I hope so. I've been pitching it to him. I'm like, we should do a scene where we just shout at each other, because I've never gotten into an argument with my dad, and I think that would be awesome. So hopefully... I
have a script I need to send you, Ruby.
Yes. Fingers crossed.
I can see like maybe you guys doing a sitcom together. It'll be like, you know how Howard and his mom always scream at each other in Big Bang Theory? Do that only with a daughter and father.
Only if John directs it. I won't do it unless it's that.
Yes, exactly. We love John. John needs to just direct everything.
I would love
I
to.
agree.
And one thing I like asking people is, tell me a fun fact about yourself, each of you.
Oh. Wow, that's
Why did I get so hot?
Who needs to go first?
I love to paint. And I get more paint on myself than I usually do on the canvas. So where I live, there are colorful footprints everywhere.
That is awesome.
Thank you.
I like that.
Fun fact about myself. I've been writing since I was 5 years old.
What?
I've been writing, and my mom actually still has the first short story I ever wrote that I wrote when I was 5.
That is so cute. I love that.
All right, well, John wins that one.
That is the cutest thing ever. And I can't believe she saved that. That's just so sweet.
I constantly wrote. I wanted to be a storyteller. My grandmother in particular was a storyteller, and she used to weave stories, and so I kind of grew up around it. And I've been writing stories since I was 5 years old. I've got stacks and stacks and stacks of stories that I've written my entire life. That, you know, it's fun. It's fun. I was writing horror stories and monster stories and murder mysteries when I was 7 and 8, and vampire stories and
I
all
need to
kinds of
read
crazy
some
stuff.
of these.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you should self-publish some of these and, you know, show yourself growing as a writer.
That's actually an interesting idea. The progression, 50 years of writing.
I love it. I love it. And since we're also a TV site, what are you two watching on TV these days?
9 Perfect Strangers, supporting my very best friend in the world, Grace Van Patten, right now.
Nice. I just got finished watching The Dark, the Netflix series, The Dark, that was absolutely amazing.
Really?
Probably, yeah, one of my top 10 favorite series ever. It was phenomenal. Cool. Yeah.
What are you watching?
Only Murders in the Building. Have you guys seen that yet on Hulu with Steve Martin?
I haven't started that yet.
Oh, it's so good.
I've been hearing about it. I haven't gotten to see it yet.
Oh, it's so good. But the only thing that annoys me is they do an episode a week, because I have to go back to old school when they used to do it. I'm like, just release it all at once. I can't wait.
There's no binge watching here.
Exactly. I get spoiled with binge watching.
Exactly.
That's the top one I recommend. And one other question before I let you go. I need to know, each of you, your guilty pleasure TV show or movie.
Guilty pleasure TV show or movie.
I have no guilty pleasures.
X-Files.
Nice. The original or the new one?
I mean, like, because I can watch Seinfeld, that 70s show, back to back for all time, but
I'll watch anything X-Files. I'll watch anything. I mean, but definitely old. Definitely old though, but I still love the mythology regardless of when they made it.
I think that I've seen like one episode of the X-Files. All right. I know what I'm doing tonight.
X-Files and Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yes.
Great.
Yep.
I even have a cat named Buffy.
Nice.
Really?
Yes.
Very cool.
That's awesome.
I would show her to you, but she's sleeping right now, and I don't have the heart to move her.
I've got 2 Sphinx cats, so I get it.
Oh, so cute, so cute.
Yeah.
I have a pit bull named Tormund. He's 2.5.
Oh,
that's amazing.
So cute. I love animals. They're the best. I like them more than people sometimes. Most people.
Yeah, sometimes.
You know what I mean.
I do.
I would say they don't talk back, but one of my cats does talk back.
My cat talks back big time.
So
Sammi,
sweet.
I've got to grab them, Sammi. Thank you so much. And I'll send you the file.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
We'll speak soon.